Danger has been averted at the Benoni Dam, where a wall caved in this week. The partial collapse at Middle Lake Dam has put the entire structure at risk. Ekurhuleni Mayor Mzwandile Masina says it will cost millions to repair. eNCA's Lindokuhle Xulu has been tracking that story and joins us now from the newsroom. Lindo, can you give us a sense perhaps of the seriousness of this? I know we've been tracking the story from Monday, and perhaps from the visuals of the dam wall itself, one might be tempted to dismiss the incident out of hand as something quite minor. But tell us about the seriousness, the broad context and the possible impact of this collapse.
Well, and as you rightfully said, that this is a danger that was averted, or at least they had a lucky break in Ekurhuleni, particularly the residents of Benoni, because what had happened was that a slab, a part of the wall there had broken down in that dam, and that would have resulted in a dangerous situation if the whole structure had actually crumbled. But what would have happened then was that there would be instant floods around the area just after that dam. There are several bridges across that are used by the vehicles there, by motorists there, but also the N12 that goes to and from locations such as Ortambo, as well as other key areas, really would have been affected as well. There would be flash floods there, including that part. But what is most important is to understand that as this is a part now of the wall that has just crumbled, or that has just caved in, this means that the structural integrity of that particular wall or of that particular structure is now under question. And what is happening currently is that the authorities have commissioned now the draining of the dam, or rather that lake, to ensure that they are able to access all of that structure, and then they're able to see exactly how far is the structural integrity in terms of whether it's strong enough to only repair that piece that has caved in, or to repair the whole thing in total. But what we know so far is that there have been those financial implications. They talked about 100,000 being used each and every day to fuel some of the machines they were using to drain that thing. But what also is coming out now is that they've come up with another plan just to ease up on that project as they try to drain parts of the lake, or put it into a level that they can now be able to access this wall. But one more thing that is now of concern is that even after this project has started, particularly to see what exactly the problem is, and of course to repair whatever they find to be not up to standard, even before that operation starts, there has been financial implications. And one of the things that Mzwandile Masina, the mayor, has told us was in fact that this wasn't something they planned for. So right now they have been looking into their budgets, trying to ensure that funds are available, because this is a matter of pressing concern in terms of the threat it poses to the residents of those regions, and particularly the motorists that are using key routes such as the N12.
Now, we know the Executive Mayor told us earlier on in the week that all possible resources had been diverted to the area to make sure that any danger would be prevented, and that a solution would be found quite quickly. But obviously one has to take into consideration that it is the festive season, and possibly the reason why things might be taking longer, asking you to confirm this, is that, under-resourcing, possible lack of access to the right kind of professionals. Have the right professionals and the right equipment been sent there, or is this time of year just very difficult?
Well, it did take them a bit of a while, because those operations, you remember that they started on a Thursday when we went there. But indeed, they said they had a bit of a problem in terms of even speaking to or getting permission to actually now start this operation of draining the lake, as well as just to get access to that dam. But what they are saying is that right now, as things stand, they have been able to go through the whole red tape, and now they are able to just commence with the operation. But of course, it has been a couple of days of just phone calls and ensuring that everything is done according to book. But we are given the confidence of of the city of Ekurhuleni, saying that they do indeed have everything they need right now, and operations are underway. But they are yet to access the wall. They are yet to see what exactly is the problem there. But they did say that as from today, they will be putting that plan into action, the 3 phases of draining the lake, seeing what the problem is, and then repairing. But of course, all of this is expected to be concluded in 4 months' time.
Now, just quickly, last question. 4 months is a long time. Before then, we will expect to see peak traffic heading back to normal volumes once the schools reopen in January. Are these repairs expected to have any impact on traffic flow, as it is quite next to a very busy intersection?
Well, as soon as tomorrow, they will know exactly what the structural integrity of, because what they are battling with is actually putting a radar underneath the surface to actually try and see what exactly the problem is with the dam. But if, as soon as they are confident with it, we understand that roads around that area will be open during the repairing of this dam.
Thank you very much for that update. That was our reporter Lindokuhle Xulu coming to us from the newsroom with an update on the dam wall. That's the Middle Lake Dam in Benoni that